Today is day 48 of my 100 days of gratitude. Today's been a rough one. I haven't left the couch much. I don't even want to admit to you, I couldn't even tell myself the last time I washed my hair, and I've noticed a sweet little rat's nest starting back there. I promise if I knew somebody was coming over, I would wash my hair, but I know Keith's lucky. I bet you that's the first thing you're thinking. Keith is so lucky. If you have a hard time watching videos that have to do with being real and talking about death, maybe don't watch this one. I've kind of come to, so has Keith, kind of gotten used to talking about it, and we've really normalized it, which I think is a very positive thing, but I know some people just would rather kind of dig their head in the sand, so I'm giving you fair warning now that if this is too much, then turn it off now. I'm so grateful that I get to say goodbye. That is not something I ever would have thought that I would have been grateful for, but to think of how many people deal with having to, getting a call in the middle of the night. I think that's so many of our biggest fears, that somebody was in a car accident, or somebody had a heart attack, or, like that instant where, but I just saw them on Tuesday, or, but I just dropped her off, or whatever it may be. And I am so lucky that I have so many people around me who, okay, sidebar. When you think of a funeral, I think it's insane that we wait until somebody's died before we say how wonderful they are. Like, why don't we actually tell the person? And I've often thought about a living funeral, and I know that would be way too hard for everybody else. I would get so much out of it, because when somebody shares with me anything, whether they share, I really connected with that tweet you sent, or that blog you wrote, or that video you did, or like, that means so much to me. And then equally, like, if I haven't seen somebody since high school and I run into them and they say, oh, I always remember you as being, X, Y, or Z. Like, I really appreciate that. And it's so funny that we wait until somebody's gone to share that. And so, yeah, like, I'm just so grateful that I have so many people around me who've gone, holy shit, she doesn't have a lot of time. Let's really make the best of it. And I'm kind of part of something that I can share in the coming, hopefully, week. So I just fired off an email with a few pictures, and going through, like, holy crap, have Keith and I been able to do a lot of stuff in this world in our short time together. We've been together almost 12 years, and we've done a heck of a lot of traveling and exploring. And, I often think of Good Will Hunting when Robin Williams goes on and says, I can tell you what the inside of the Sistine Chapel smells like, and that kind of thing. And I can, like, we've sat on the beach of Iceland, sitting on a fragment of an iceberg. I've walked beside the Taj Mahal with bare feet along the marble ground. Like, I could go on about how incredible my life is. And I think that's why it makes it even more tragic that I have to let this go. Like, that sucks. But at the same time, I get to say goodbye. Like, that's pretty incredible. And so, yeah, today I'm grateful for that. As hard as today has been, I've had crackers and some grapes. So, I mean, it hasn't been fantastic, but I'm not in very much pain, if any. Like, my painkillers seem to be rocking pretty good, which isn't always the case. And mentally, I'm pretty sound and clear, which isn't always the case. I mean, that didn't take cancer for that to happen, but yeah, so, like, I feel pretty crappy, and I mean, kind of flu-like symptoms, more kind of, it really resembles chemo to me, that nausea, that it doesn't matter what you do, it's just that consistent nausea. When you have the flu and you are sick to your stomach and you have, like, that window of, like, 7 minutes to close your eyes and go to sleep, and then you can kind of get through the next couple hours. Chemo isn't like that. Chemo, I would be sick and sick and sick and sick and feel just the same. I just happen to throw up in between. And I kind of feel like that. I haven't thrown up today, thank goodness. But yeah, I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter what I do right now. I'm not going to feel a whole lot better. So just kind of riding it out. I'm not stressing about it. Luckily, knowing that it's short term, hopefully, is comforting. I really haven't been sleeping. So I saw 6 a.m. again this morning for whatever reason. And so I think it's tied more with that, than the cancer. It's more the insomnia, which the cancer and the treatment causes. But anyway, and then our neighbors that I was talking about the other day, Keith has to go pick up our vehicle from somewhere. And the thought of going outside and even getting dressed and like, ugh, I just feel awful. And our neighbors are doing it because they're incredible. So, and these people we met like 6 months ago. Well, they moved in 6 months ago. We didn't meet them that long ago. Like, these are the people who surround me and surround Keith and I, and I'm just you can't stop the gratitude coming out of me. I'm forever grateful. So today I'm really grateful for the opportunity to say goodbye and tell people around me how much they mean to me. See you tomorrow.